Hello everyone, this is Drew with Drew Drives at Grubbs Family Dealerships, and today let's go for a drive in this 2022 Jeep Wrangler Unlimited Sahara 4xe plug-in hybrid EV. This vehicle has a 2-liter turbocharged 4-cylinder with total system output of 375 horsepower and 470 pound-feet of torque, which is pretty insane. So, and you can also get a little over 20 miles of full electric range when you plug it in, which is nice. And the fuel economy is going to be in, the 20 to 30 range, which is pretty good for a Wrangler. And it's a nice plug-in hybrid. Plug-in hybrids are a great option over a full electric car, in my opinion, because you get best of both worlds, right? You get great fuel economy, and you don't have to worry only about electric range. And the electric range, if you're going, having a short commute, you barely ever have to see the fuel pump. So it's a great, value proposition in that sense. You can also, it's the lock right here if you're gonna go off-roading, the differential locks and everything like that. Not the diff lock, but changing the power to the axles, whatever you're using. And you can turn off the screen right here. You have the Uconnect, pretty standard. Climate right here. I am surprised it doesn't have heated seats, and it's freezing today, so that would have been helpful for me, but I have the heat going. And scrolling through the menus, you can see your fuel economy, speedometer, tire pressures, the off-road angle of your wheels, of your tires, pretty nice. And this also has the retractable roof, which is also cool. This is a great car to drive around in with your friends and everything like that. Go on-road and off-road. This is finished in Hydro Blue Pearl. I believe that's what the color was, and it looks pretty good. Sahara Wrangler Unlimited badges and decals on the side. Your rear seats. You have the spare tire on the back, of course. But yeah, it looks pretty good. I like the way this looks. Let's get out on the road and see how it drives. And when you start it up, obviously the engine doesn't make any sound, and also at this really low speed it didn't make any noise either, but now the engine sound is starting to kick in. You have a hybrid mode and electric button right there, which you can use in traffic or at low speeds, and you also have an e-save button. Not quite sure what that means, but feels weird driving a Wrangler with the hybrids, because it makes no noise. Feels like an EV. And from what I've heard, these sell pretty well, actually. These hybrid Jeeps, they're pretty popular, and for good reason. Some people are like, oh, I don't want to get a hybrid, I don't like them, but hybrids are awesome. For a daily driver, it's a great option. You save so much on gas, and you also get extra power delivery too. So a regular one without the electrification has way less horsepower than this. Total system output of 375 horsepower and 470 pound-feet of torque is a strong number. That's a very strong number. So I don't understand why people have an issue with that. With not this car, but a lot of people who are like, oh, I'm never gonna drive a hybrid or EV. I don't see what the problem is at all. Me personally, I'm a plug-in hybrid kind of guy. I'd rather take a PHEV for a daily driver over an EV, because because of the great mix of the gasoline. I just like having a gasoline engine, and plus you're able to get the best of both. Because the problem with electric cars, they're just not as fun to me, and you can only deal on electric range. With the PHEV, the electric range is a nice benefit, but it's not the only thing you have to deal with, because charging, say if you want to go on a long road trip, or you don't have access to chargers all the time, it becomes an issue. If you live in an apartment complex, a lot of people I've talked to who live in apartments who have electric cars have a lot of trouble finding places to charge. which is where the issue will arise. Unless if you have like a house and you can plug in your car overnight, that makes it better. But at the end of the day, it's just I'd rather take a PHEV personally. Wind noise is a little bit, you know, apparent. Not a little bit, it's very apparent, but that's like pretty standard with Jeeps. You're gonna get a ton of wind noise. And if you have a Jeep with oversized tires, you're gonna hear a lot of road noise. And that's for sure. Yeah, I mean, other than that, like, feels good to drive, feels like a standard Jeep. And the pickup pickup's not bad either. I mean, the pickup feels better than you would in a standard Jeep because you had like the extra torque and everything like that. I'm gonna put in electric mode, see if I can use it. Electric mode temporary unavailable, battery level too low. So this needs to be plugged in is what that means. But yeah, as I'm saying, like, you know, if you plug in the car and you just have to like go to the grocery store or something like that, or if you just have like a really short drive to work, you could just use the electric range. But yeah, I mean, the acceleration is pretty good. Look at that. Much better than you'd expect for a Jeep. But one thing with a lot of Jeeps is like the steering is really vague. I mean, as I said, it's what you expect with this, but like it's very vague steering, like so much play in it. You can like turn the wheel so much, and then like, you know, really it's not gonna make a move. Like, it would be nicer to have heavier steering so you have better control of the car, but like especially in like when you're driving in like heavy wind, like it feels like the car definitely gets a little ponderous. You definitely have to get like used to driving like a Jeep. But as I said, I think this is a great choice with the hybrid option, especially if you're going to drive it every day. It's a great choice, and I can see why they're pretty popular. This is definitely like a great choice if you want to save gas, have some extra power, and try out the hybrid feeling of having a hybrid or electric car. Yeah, pretty nice Jeep. But anyways, that is about it. Thank you for watching another video of Drew Drives. If you enjoyed this video, please consider subscribing, and be sure to check out the link to Grubbs Family Dealerships in the description below if you'd like to shop for nice pre-owned vehicles like this Jeep.